Hello and welcome to MG Tracy. We're in a standard stateroom, very exciting, on the Queen Mary, former cruise ship, now a hotel moored in Los Angeles. Lots of woodwork. You do have a modern touch key to get you into your room. And you can see a very 1930s setup of the sink. The bed, it's quite compact. Lots of amazing woodwork. I think there's 57 types of wood on this ship in different places. Now, if you're staying in here, if you can see this is running, you actually have no control from the room on whether it's warmer or colder. So they just say, give them a shout and they'll bring you a fan. You've got one there, or bring another fan, or if you're too hot, or they will bring you some blankets. Look at this. Can you imagine cruising across the Atlantic in the 1950s here? So you don't have a fridge, but you do have a TV, clock, 2 complimentary bottles of water. And look at that, a very nice postcard to keep as a souvenir. Actually, we'll have a little wander around later on. The funnels on the ship now, they are replicas. The originals basically fell apart when it was being decommissioned, when they were getting the boilers out. You've got a porthole. Over that. Oh my word, look. You can open a porthole. It only comes so far. I guess that's to stop people falling out. And there we are, a view of Los Angeles through a porthole. I've never owned a porthole before. It looks like I can't shut one either. Yeah, because you've got no fly nuts on to tighten that up. There's your little telly. A few little cupboards. A little bit of erratic electrical work. Wi-Fi is free. I don't know if it's supposed to be open, that cupboard, but I can't get that one open. So you've got a little bit of storage there. You do feel like you're in a museum. Has the most amazing feel as you walk around, and we'll have a little walk around in a little while and show you some other parts of the ship. It's not unbelievably expensive to stay here in a standard room. Breakfast is extra. I think we'll have a little look in the bathroom. So there we are, we're just moving through that little bit there. And you've got sinks. So lights there. I bet there's a button somewhere to turn that on, but I haven't found it yet. Caution, raised threshold. Don't fall over that. A little modern hairdryer, another little sink, some super duper period lighting. Oh, look at those taps. Toilet. And a very unusual Shanks toilet there. Now the reason you have 4 taps is for captain and staterooms alike. You had 4 types of water. As you was cruising across Atlantic, you had hot and cold, normal water if you like, and then hot and cold, although it had been purified, but hot and cold salt water. Not sure why you'd want that, but you had 4 types of water that you could put in your bath or your shower. So the ship used to have a major lot of boilers that would do desalination and create steam and all the different types of waters for all the different uses on the ship. Truly amazing. Right, we're going to get a little bit unpacked and then we're just going to go and have a wander, have a look at some of the ship. When you check in, give them your car parking ticket at the machine chewed out, and they'll give you something like this. It's $32 a day to park your car just in front of the Queen Mary. That allows you to go in and out as many times as you like, and I think it covers you until 4 o'clock on your last day. The former purser's office is now hotel check-in. Amazing marquetry picture, look. There's so many woods everywhere on the ship. Little sneaky bar. Hello there.
How are you doing today?
I'm having a great time. I'm looking forward to looking over the ship.
You want to go first?
No, I don't know where I'm going. Up. Oh, look at that, one of those 1920s things that would vibrate all your fat away. Didn't really work. But... Bureau tickets. Wow, it's really quite big. Promenade Cafe, a model gallery, bookstore, observation bar, Piccadilly Delights. Around every corner, there's something so interesting. Up to the sun deck, that could be quite challenging today in March. Could be a severe lack of sun. We'll have a quick look, see if there is in fact any sun on the sun deck. This is one of your main promenades. The lifeboats that would hang on there are currently being restored, and they had the ability to get you down 80 foot to the water in 2 or 3 seconds. Look at that, it's just amazing being able to stay on such an amazing piece of British history. Built in Scotland from girders and iron brew. I'm very lost now. Steward's pantry. Okay, this is the steward's pantry. Oh, look, you've got those, all those boxes like they used to have for servants in the stately homes. Captain, Chief Officer. There you actually have got one of the lifeboats pre-restoration, I think. Oh my word, look at this. Captain's bedroom. Something that you would never have got to see in the day. Captain's bedroom. panelled in maple and mahogany and off limits to all except the captain's steward, who kept it shipshape. This area served as the captain's retreat from the demanding routine of running a vast luxury liner. Even here the captain was on call at all times in case of emergency. So yes, you did have almost 2,000 people using the ship, passengers, but you had almost 1,200 staff. So almost as many people again behind the scenes doing everything that needed to be done to run what is still currently Britain's biggest cruise ship ever built. This is the captain's day room. Twice a day, barring heavy weather, the captain entertained the elite of world travellers throughout the ship's distinguished reign. Cocktail parties in this room were attended by nobility, statesmen, financiers and stars of stage, screen and cinema. How exciting. View there of the captain's entertaining room. Staff captain, second in command. This administrative officer was responsible for executing the orders of his captain and ensuring the smooth operation of all departments on the ship. So he equally had some very nice accommodation and some entertaining there as well. So I'm trying to stop the glare a bit there so you can see. And actually it's not dissimilar, is it, to our room with the 4 different taps, so you can have salt water or ordinary water. Let's look back at this little area there. Next along we have the chief engineer. The chief engineer responsible for the ship's mechanical condition, its overall maintenance and seaworthiness. He supervised all orders to be carried out in the engine room and kept a detailed daily log of turbine running times, efficiency and performance. Not bad, is it? If we look out from there, you can see you've got your little sort of, almost like a crow's nest really. But these were used to give you a better view, and there's one on each side of the ship when docking. Behind here it's a bit noisy and it's not very sunny. This is the shuffleboard area. These aren't, as I said earlier, the original funnels. They had to be replaced. They pretty much fell apart when they were being restored. But sometimes they had live music here, games. You can just see up there, that's the crow's nest. Those not used obviously nowadays, but they was a key part of looking ahead to make sure the ship didn't hit anything. Something that failed very badly obviously with Titanic. Better view of the little lookout area there, look. We're going to go into the main control room. This one here is automatic pilot. The course of the ship can be maintained automatically. Its nickname was Iron Mike. It operates in connection with a gyro compass, about the most advanced tech there was at the time it was built. The steering telegraph relaying steering orders directly to the steering gear room. And then you've got the clear view screen. Again, something quite modern at the time. Rotating at high speed to spin off rain, sleet or snow and provide a clear view forward. This was used extensively later on in the 60s by hovercraft who had a similar problem with the amount of spray that they were generating, and the clear view screen was the only answer. So this very much would have been a hive of activity. The stone system controls all watertight doors on the ship. The 38 doors could be closed hydraulically in less than a minute. That, very important, of course, if something went wrong. Here you can see all your flags you could fly. This communication systems on the Queen Mary include a PA system to all passenger areas and a loudophone system, which allowed direct contact in extremely noisy areas such as the engine room. All systems were controlled from the bridge. And these look like they're made of a very early sort of Bakelite. I've not heard of that before. A loudophone. It's almost like modern noise cancelling headphones, isn't it? For 98-ton four 98-ton stabiliser units were installed in 1958 to help control the roll of the ship in heavy weather. The 4 fins projected outward over 11 foot from the hull and could be extended in less than 2 minutes. And this was the bit of kit that controlled those fins. This is the chart room. So if you go on one of the tours, you'll get to go in there. Now the chart room was obviously where all the routes were planned and see how we're making against time for where you had to be in the world. So this is where your charts and maps were. Get a better view of one of the lifeboats there. And a very murky harbour in LA. Oh, a very early radar. And they are. Those 2 go off 4 times a day. Used to be 3, now there are 2. What a murky day. The wireless room. I think this is more modern. This is more like a hospital radio or something, rather than the actual radio room. It's all a bit too. Some of it looks a bit too modern. What is that there on that floor? I don't know. Reminds me of some of the scenes out of Titanic.
Yeah.
When the third class people were locked in.
Yeah.
Captain Treasure Jones was one of the 1,174 officers and crew on board. This shows you just how complicated these ships were. This is Audrey Hepburn. During her heyday, the Queen Mary's passenger list read like a who's who of the silver screen, including Fred Astaire, Bing Crosby, Elizabeth Taylor, Clark Gable, Greta Garbo, and even Walt Disney himself. It's happy hour. 4 till 7.
But remember, tonight's about you. We would love to get you up here singing with us tonight. So once again, thanks for being here. And we hope to get you up here real soon. The first hour is usually a bit lighter.
Too ironic. Yeah, I really do think. Hey, yeah! Are you ready tonight? It's a free ride. When you're already paid, it's a good ride. When you just get take, who would have thought? It's bigger. Oh. I think I'm gonna let it go. If I know what we're doing,
We're right at the back end of the boat now, or the stern. Oh, a lot of water. I don't know what that is. If you know what it is, send me a message. The big dome. There's the carnival. What's that, Firenze? So some of the people that are going out on that stayed on the Queen Mary last night. At the front of the ship now. Notice there's a submarine alongside there.
I thought I shared a tiny cabin.
How many trees were held?
And I couldn't see the end of it. It was so long. It was a fantastic sight.
Well, in those days, of course, you got the biggest from the world.
Oh, but it didn't last very long. If you know anything about how all these steam turbines and everything work, then please leave me a message below. It all looks amazing. It has a really pungent smell of oil, grease. And it's what, on 4 or 5 floors we've walked through now. I guess you got to imagine that this was unbelievably noisy when all this lot was running, and dangerous, look. The engine room is just bloody massive, isn't it? What a treat. Just be able to walk around. Don't know what I'm looking at. Still a treat. You're actually looking at the side of the ship there, aren't you? The outer hull. Maintenance. I'm guessing that wasn't an original feature, the escalator. Lots of bits missing. This is the Queen Mary, made out of Lego.